Hello everybody, my name is Zach. Today we're in a Subaru BRZ. This isn't just any Subaru BRZ though, this is a pretty track focused and very fun to drive BRZ. One that sounds incredible at the same time. I gotta say, I could just listen to this exhaust over and over and over again and never get tired of it. I definitely get it. I understand why people love the boxer engine so much. It is burbly and uneven and just all kinds of crazy. Oh man. Oh, these are really nice brakes too. He has Project Mu pads. I'm actually down in West Lafayette, Indiana, visiting my friend here. The guy that owns this car, his name is Kevin. He's in the Purdue Automotive Club, and they do a lot of great events and whatnot, and he was kind enough to let me drive his car. I'd like to thank him for that. So far it's been pretty awesome, I must say. I drove I actually drove an FRS about 2 years ago, and gotta say the experience is totally different. Totally and completely different. That one was stock, it was just from the dealer, so there was nothing extra about it. The guy who owns this car, Kevin, is an aero engineer, so that explains the gigantic carbon fiber APR wing, and also the giant diffuser on the car. This car has an aftermarket racing fixed bucket seat in it. The guy who owns it is a bit taller than I am, so that's, if I look a little short in this seat, that would that'd explain it. It's a bit of a hindrance to get in and out of. You kind of have to like slide your body in. It's quite uncomfortable, but once you're in it, there's nothing else like it. I gotta say, it is it's an extremely impressive seat. Holds you in. You do not move an inch when you're driving this car. That's really confidence inspiring. What's also really nice is this car has a short shifter on it, and I have never actually felt gears this short, that have a shift this short in between gears before. It's like flicking your wrist. That's all it is. There's no movement in the arm or anything. It's very impressive. It's really notchy. That's one thing about it. It's not a very fluid gearbox, I guess, but I'd say it's worth it, honestly. The engine power delivery is just as I remembered it. It's not the most powerful engine. It's quick enough for a back road. In addition, he continued the interior enhancements by adding a Momo steering wheel. It's Alcantara. It just feels incredible. I've always wanted an Alcantara steering wheel for my car, and this makes me want to get one, but one thing you do lose out with this steering wheel is the airbag, which he's kind of made up for. He bought harnesses, so I'm not wearing the harnesses right now. You can see them behind me, they're red, but you can use those during track days, and that's one way to justify losing the airbag, I guess you could say. He also has the drifter e-brake, so that's fun. And he added Alcantara trim to his dash as well. Did that aftermarket. It looks very professional and almost looks a little factory. It looks very nice. Envious of this exhaust note. Very envious of this exhaust note. It is very impressive. The car is extremely low. It likes to scrape on, well, really everything. I try to avoid it. I haven't scraped yet, so. One cool thing I learned with this car is that BRZ stands for Boxer Rear Wheel Drive Zenith. So that's pretty cool to tell people when you're at a car meet talking to everybody. One thing that's really impressive on this car is the steering. It's electric steering, which by most standards on most new cars today is pretty terrible. But this car actually shines. The feel is there. The directness is there. There's no vague on-center feeling or anything such as that. It's just right. Got the traction control to come on a little there and the shift in the second. Got a little wiggle. These tires he has on it, they're BF Goodrich rivals. They're pretty much bald at this point. They've seen a lot of track use, but they still grip. That's just shifting at 4,000 RPM, and you know, you're already disturbing everybody's day, I think. I'd say that would disturb people's days, but honestly, it would make mine. Haven't gone fast enough to take advantage of the aero, I don't think. But I'll definitely take his word for it that it works wonders on the track. This is tough to beat, I must say. If I was in the market for a new car today, this would be high on the list. Now, I thought the engine was somewhat lacking. I never liked the sound. That was the biggest problem I had when I first test drove it, was the sound. And it wasn't that great, but he has fixed that problem. He's remedied it. Purdue Automotive Club actually has so much fun on these roads out here. The neighbors start throwing gravel on the corners so that they can't go as fast around the corners, which that's not very nice if you ask me. I mean, come on, gotta let some people have some fun. I'd say that's the way to do it. So one downfall with this awesome steering wheel is it then puts your turn signals really far away from you. You have to, instead of just like flicking out a finger from your steering wheel, you have to take your hand off the steering wheel, move it a good 6 inches probably forwards, and then you get to the turn signals. I keep trying to take my hand off the steering wheel and hit the turn signal, but I'm not getting anything. I'm just hitting air. Same thing with the wipers. If I were to ever describe a car that handles like it's on rails, this would be the one. I literally feel like I'm on a roller coaster. Rails. Wherever I point the steering wheel, the car goes. Does not argue with me one bit. I have had so much fun driving this car. It is an absolute blast. I really couldn't have picked a better car to review when I'm down here. It gets me in all the right places. The sound, the handling, the feel, everything feels right. He's done some very nice things to modify it. I think this is a BRZ done right. I know there's a lot of people that throw in supercharger kits or something like that, and you know, this car could probably handle the power, but as it is right now, it's just a wonderful, naturally aspirated engine that just feels right. So with that, I will end this review. I'd like to thank you for watching. Everybody have a great day.